get it?
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing?
Oh man.
Why are you laughing?
Another pod.
What's up, y'all? It's Footybros, and today's gonna be a long episode for me still.
Champions.
Why are you singing?
What do you mean? Why are you singing?
I don't know. Some people are not champions of Europe. I said it wasn't gonna happen, so I was right there. You know, I've been said it too. I've been said it since the beginning of the season.
I have a question. What club do you support?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
We're playing European football today.
Huh?
We're still playing European football.
You're still
right now.
you're going to lose European football.
Okay.
T-minus 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Okay, that's cool.
Hey,
how many Champions Leagues does your team have?
Don't worry. I can't even say this season.
They don't have any. My team got Champions Leagues.
Oh my God.
Guys, let me tell you. First, I'm gonna start this podcast with a message to Arteta. Arteta, buy a striker. Just buy a striker.
What do you mean?
It's
Kai
that
Havertz
easy.
is
No,
great.
let him cook. Let's do his monologue.
Wait.
Kai Havertz is great.
Bro,
Keep Kai Havertz.
Guys,
Hey, this guy's trolling.
Jafar might not make it out of this podcast alive.
Hey man, as long
It's
as
not a
Arsenal
threat.
stays
It might be a
down,
promise.
Oh man.
But Arteta, please, just buy a striker, please. Bukayo, your mates. Bukayo, your mates.
Your Mets are scoring hat-tricks.
Your mates are scoring hat-tricks, Bukayo.
Foden, Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer.
Yo, Mets. Bukayo, where is my
I
son,
got the
Bukayo?
finest of them all, but you're not scoring, please. Peri sauce your game now.
Stop lipping off the pitch.
Please.
You're
not beating the allegations.
Please. No, he's a good player.
No, I don't
He
disagree.
scored the first goal of the game.
I don't disagree.
But you know, okay, first of all, let me talk to Gabriel too. Gabriel, why are you playing so nervous? Ben White, cover up the cross. Like, I don't want to be like a manager.
No, to be fair, if we're talking about the goal, I was rewatching it. Kimmich ran in behind. They turned.
That's
Okay,
what
but
I said.
how did he get the
originally.
cross off? The guy who gave the cross.
Oh, like some
Well, he got
Marquez.
it all the way in
It was
the
on the
back.
left.
Okay.
Because
Let's-
Raya tipped the ball over.
Okay,
Right?
yeah, and then he had time.
I mean, yeah, he got to the corner.
Ben White.
They were watching. They were ball watching in the beginning. They were not gonna watch.
Not in the beginning. Also on the last cross.
They're ball watching.
Ben White did this like a little karate kick. What are you doing? Go cover the man. Go cover the
Yeah,
man.
they're ball watching at that point.
To be fair, the Kimmich header was pretty like
But
the
the
way he
header,
ran.
like, but the
every
header-
no. I don't want y'all to like. It was a great header, but everything about that goal, from the three aspects, from the first cross to the second cross to the header, could have been prevented. Everything about that goal. Everything.
Fair.
The only thing that could have been prevented is Raya saving the goal, because that was a strong, powerful header. So I don't blame Raya. I blame Arsenal's defense. Like, bro, like we thought Zinchenko maybe was the problem or something. They took him up.
Cheeks, but
Like, yeah, he's still cheeks, but like what are we doing, bro? Like,
just that.
it's like, it really, this one hurts more.
You know what it is for me? Is that I just didn't feel like some of your players were putting in that effort, to be honest.
I agree.
Especially in
Like,
the second half.
No, because even with that goal, for example, like how many times when we're playing, like, you're gonna put everything into it. Like, if the ball's going out to the corner, someone should run out to that ball.
Yeah.
But like, even go further past that, like, there's 20 minutes left, there's 10 minutes left, and it feels like Arsenal's playing as if they're up 2 goals.
They're still trying to play like how they were in the first half.
Yeah,
they weren't trying to just try to ping balls in. Just as like kind of recklessly.
At that point, you have to take risks.
Yeah,
you have 10 minutes.
I mean, you literally
down a goal.
No, you know what's funny? The thing. It was like Arteta put another attacker on, Tuchel put another center back on. He took the attacker on.
You have to take risks to that
like,
point.
it feels like at the end of a boxing match, if you're losing, or an MMA match,
you have to
swing crazy.
Exactly.
You don't have to care about getting knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Arsenal, they have the big club mentality, and we can definitely see in their style of play, but they don't have the big club players yet to do the big club things.
The world class.
It's a very young team.
There are people flirting with world class, like you talk about like the Mbappes, or you're talking about like what we're talking about the echelon.
I think it's like a mentality thing. I think you could do more with
mentality.
mentality.
I still think they improved in the mentality this season from last season, especially with their like bouts against City, like just in the Premier League. But they still have ways to go, and they're a really young team still.
Yeah, the thing is like Bayern, they were full of Champions League winners.
Exactly. They know those guys know what it takes.
The only people I can think of Arsenal that Champions League that really contributes, like Jorginho and maybe Odegaard was on the bench, but it was Jorginho. Havertz, I guess he scored as well. But like, I'm just thinking of people who've been in Champions League before, because all the other people was their first time.
But I mean, even Havertz didn't impress me at all.
Yeah, what? Like, I didn't even know Havertz was playing.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, like, it's just it's crazy. Like we have big club mentality. Like even I remember Arsenal 2016, the jersey I'm wearing right now. Like back then, if Arsenal, because we're a small club, when we're losing games or drawing games when we want to win, just a lot of balls in the box. Like you guys said, we're down 1-0 with 10 minutes to go, and these guys are just passing around, passing. Like, what are you doing? This is not Spain versus Morocco.
I feel like there was one chance in those last 10 minutes, maybe the ball went in the box once or twice.
The saddest thing is bad. Even though we played better, overall in over the 2 games, I feel like our clearest chance in the last game was not even a clear chance. It was just the ball over the top of the defenders, and to Kai Havertz, so he didn't control it and he couldn't score it. So it's just bro, get better chances, bro. Yeah. I don't know, man.
You have to take those risks, to be honest, yeah.
And then...
do you feel like they underestimated Bayern?
No.
No, I didn't. I mean,
underestimate Bayern, Champions League.
I'm just saying, I'm not just going to say, do you feel like they did?
To be honest, I feel like...
the type of football I've been playing the whole season.
I feel like the biggest issue is not defensively, it's just attacking-wise. It's just attack, it just never, the entire game, it just never felt like they were there
Their defense all season has been there. It's been one of the best in Europe. So it's always been the attack. They don't even have, to be fair, think about it. A club that's been doing this well doesn't have, and scoring as many goals they did in 2024, they don't even have an outright goal scorer a 9.
Yeah,
you don't need one.
I think it helps.
Arsenal needs one. Wait, listen. What I'm trying to say is that, a team like Bayern Leverkusen, they're successful and they have multiple scores in the double digits, right? I'm not saying we don't need a striker. Don't get me wrong. We need a striker. But if, for example, Saka or even one of our defenders is getting just as many goals as our striker, and that's how we end up winning a Champions League, that would be amazing too.
I'm just saying it's definitely
it would definitely help.
But I think
if we have a go-to striker.
Exactly. I think it just helps. When you see those top, they have at least, even if they don't have a go-to striker, they have a good group of attackers who's gonna they'll share the goals. Yeah, they'll get you the goals.
And then all of y'all friends or haters that are just hitting me up on social media, leave me alone. I don't like you guys. Get off my phone. Freak. Get a life. No, my roommate. Bro, stay away from me, bro. And then
you better win. Guys, you're not gonna finish with no trophies.
Guys, I can't wait till we get my other roommate on the podcast.
Oh man.
Well, he's so annoying. I have a video of him telling me that we're gonna lose tomorrow. This was the day before.
We might edit it in.
Right, Loki, we might edit it in, especially for the clips for TikTok.
Oh my god.
He said, you better win.
I was just not gonna finish it. And he's a Chelsea fan.
He's a Chelsea fan too. Also, Chelsea fans, have some shame. Have some haya. Have some shame. What's wrong with you?
No, because all these Chelsea fans talking about, Cole Palmer 6-0 win against Everton. Did y'all even move places? Did they move a place?
6-0 to be stuck in the same place. Can you imagine? No shame. Why are you calling me? You're in 10th place. At least we're gonna be in Champions League next year. Get a life. Have some self-respect.
I already know what they're gonna say.
What?
Where's your Champions League?
No.
They have 2. You have 0.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. One of my funniest moments from yesterday, which we were talking about, is we have another. You guys probably saw, if you saw our viral clip from me switching jerseys.
Oh yeah.
Because it's going viral right now, but my friend Adam was in the background. He was wearing the latest Arsenal jersey, right? And we have this other friend, I'm not going to say his name, but he's just a hater. He don't even know football like that. Yeah. He doesn't even know soccer like that. You want to come a little bit more to the middle? But anyways, he doesn't even know soccer like that. He just hates on everything, any sport, everything, right? And he's just hating on Arsenal because that's just the trend, And then Adam was about to go off on him. He's like, this dude, no.
The way it started was so funny. Because at first he was he's like, why is he talking like this? He was like, no. Because why? No. He just starts talking. He progressively gets louder and louder. The crash out was just loaded.
He was about to crash out. He was about to bring something. He's like, no. Bro was actually...
That wasn't even my favorite crash out, bro. The game ends. This guy, Abdullah, is smacking on the door. He's smacking on the door.
Jafar has a video recording.
Wait, what?
It's a recording. Jafar was recording you. Banging on the door.
Just throwing around.
He had paper towels, threw them on the floor. Oh my God.
I actually got injured from Arsenal. My heel because I ran on the wall really hard because I was so mad. My heel is still hurting. Bro, because of the viral clips, thank y'all for all the support. People are sending my dad my clips of me crashing out. Like, what? Bro.
That's funny.
Nah, bro,
That's
it's
crazy.
actually not. It's getting too much, fam. Like, I don't even know. But what do y'all think of like Bayern's performance and Bayern's chances?
I don't want to take it away from Bayern. I think honestly they played a pretty decent game. They had a lot of attacking chances. They had a lot of corner. Like, I don't know if you know, but y'all didn't have a corner till like maybe 60-something minutes or something until way late.
The defense was way better.
Yeah, I think if I had to like break it down for like two halves, the first half Arsenal definitely controlled possession and I think they had like they didn't really have that many good chances, but I think they were definitely getting to like Bayern's side of the pitch more and more and more than Bayern was getting. But Bayern's counters were very good because Bayern did not control possession like for the first half, and then they're like Bayern's counters, the way just like I feel like Musiala leading that midfield, the way they're able to just like catch Arsenal lacking in defense sometimes, be able to like just put pressure on them and get maybe not shots on target, but just get shots off. And then like, cause I think at the end of the first half, I'm not sure, but Bayern had like a lot of shots, even though they didn't have possession.
Yeah, I think it was maybe 1 to 2 shots.
That was on target, but I think like shots.
Yeah,
just
shots
shots
was
we had the
equal.
same-
Shots
yeah,
was
we had
like
the same
equal.
number.
Shots
Oh,
was
okay,
equal.
okay.
It was 4 shots.
Shots was equal, but second half definitely Bayern had more shots.
Second half definitely they even had more possession. Not more
Yeah.
possession, but they had way more than they had in the first half in possession. They were playing just
They
way
had,
better
I think it
overall.
was like 51-49.
Yeah, the
like
second half, Bayern
52-49.
definitely picked up possession. I think, like,
Something
I mean,
like that.
they have that, big club, Champions League,
So
They
what's
know what it
crazy.
takes to win.
So
Yeah.
what do you think? How do you think they perform going into the next round versus Real Madrid?
Stuff.
Well, we haven't talked about Real Madrid, but what do you think?
Before we move on, I just want to say the last thing. I don't know, something that just irks me about that last Arsenal part was like when they took that free kick. I low-key think they should have went quick.
Yeah, I didn't.
I think they should have. I know you don't have a free kick taker.
disagreed with that
I
too.
think they should have at least maybe given Odegaard a chance. Like,
Yeah.
just try.
Like,
because you never
even
know what
if
can
you're
happen.
gonna take it quick, like I feel like if you look at like some successful take it quicks, like even like the quickest example I can remember is like when the Netherlands did it against.
Oh
Argentina.
yeah,
It wasn't quick.
They didn't take it quick,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
But, like,
But they had a
it's
strategy.
kind of like the
Yeah.
same. What's it
They had a
called?
strategy.
They have like
And
they
also
already know
known
what
for
they're
their set
going for.
pieces.
It's like something that's already planned.
Yeah.
If you even go back to Trent Alexander-Arnold's Origi's goal against Barca, same thing. It's like they already kind of had a plan of what they're doing.
If they're put in that
when
position.
Arsenal
It's like
did
end of
it,
the game kind
it kind of just felt like they were
Yeah,
just
it definitely
like
felt it was like
thinking on the
sporadic.
fly,
It
just
wasn't-
kick it. Like
yeah.
nobody was at the end
And
of the
then
ball.
when they got the corner, I'm not like obviously I know it's not just Saka, not one person lose a game, but you have to get it past the first man on the corner.
Yeah, that was
you
a
can't like the last ditch option,
That was
and
a-
you can't even get it past the first man.
That was a horrible
That's
corner.
terrible.
It was
That
like
was
that's
horrible.
bad.
Like I don't know what Saka was doing there. Like if you're not if you know you can't take it at that time, like let someone else take it. Like,
No, for
was
real.
Odegaard still on the pitch?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
Odegaard could have taken it. Like Ben White could have taken it. I don't know what Saka did there, bro. Like
Yeah, because that's your last ditch
Perry-
option.
yeah.
Like
You have
Perry,
Raya in the box. Like you need to make sure you give a
Yeah.
player a chance to
Yeah,
score
I mean,
a goal.
But I mean,
Exactly.
I guess it comes back to it. I just didn't feel like this Arsenal team really knows what it means to be
and
in
they
the
did,
Champions League.
and also they don't want it badly enough.
Yeah,
like
it's just-
like
it's
you
a
could see
mentality
the
thing.
passion in the Bayern players. Like
Yeah.
on every defense, there was no mistake.
No
There was
slide.
no
Yeah,
lacking. They wanted it. They
know,
wanted
They
it.
really do.
They
You
did.
guys are not
And
serious.
they
All of
deserved it.
you.
They got it. They
Yeah.
deserved it.
All
I
of
think maybe
you.
it goes to show Arsenal's lack of experience in these big moments in
Yeah,
recent years.
yeah.
A lot of their players are still young. Like Saka's 22. But a lot of them have never experienced Champions League. They never,
I think
they
that's
haven't been in
exactly-
those moments.
Yeah, you're right. I
This
think
is the first
that's
time
exactly what
Champions
I
League.
said.
I think they had the mentality. You saw okay, City. They didn't have the mentality against City last year. This year they showed improvement on that in the mentality. So maybe next year, because they'll definitely be in Champions League again. They'll know what that moment against Bayern felt like. They'll know that when you go to Emirates and Bayern has no fans, you can't draw. You know what I mean? That has to be a winning result. You know that when you go back to Bayern, if you're going up and you took care of business at home, that maybe it'll be easier to, go through against Bayern in the second leg. But obviously, we'll probably talk about another pod. Champions League is going to be different next year. So we don't even know how that's going to affect.
True.
We'll see. No more of this. It's going to be a league, basically Super League or something. So, I mean, I think that's...
Oh no, man!
Yeah.
It's disgraceful. You guys need more passion. If you guys come to my place, I'll flog all of you guys.
It's crazy. It's crazy because I'm pretty sure I don't know if I said it on the last podcast, but I know I talked to Abdullah saying that I just don't think Arsenal's going to win the Champions League. And it was specifically because it's a young team and I didn't think they had the experience. It's literally what I said. I said it and it happened,
It happened.
It's not, it's just
Wait, what
great
did you
analysis.
predict for Liverpool?
I don't know. I didn't do any analysis.
Wait, guys, why did your voice go from?
I didn't do any analysis.
You didn't do any analysis?
No.
You didn't say Liverpool's gonna win Europa League?
We're still gonna win Europa League.
Okay.
We're still gonna win Europa
The
League.
the game is starting right now, so we're gonna see.
Don't
Let's
worry.
move on to the next game.
Real Madrid City.
Let's get to that.
Let's do the day first.
Let's-
So the other day was Atletico Dortmund.
But we started with Arsenal, so
yeah, we
we're
started
not
Arsenal.
doing.
Yeah.
I guess let's just go to Real. No. Let's start with Dortmund Atletico.
Oh,
Dortmund
that
Atletico.
what a game!
What a game!
That
I just wished I watched the whole thing live because I completely forgot Champions League
first,
was
I want to
happening.
just say Dortmund. I wasn't familiar with your game. Like I disrespected them.
Hey, they did well.
I thought Atletico was just gonna. They were up in the first leg. They were just gonna run through them. Dortmund was like, like what?
They said no.
Other than the Arsenal game, this is the only prediction that I got wrong because, like, Dortmund didn't show any level of passion. Like since they bottled last season, they just been a mediocre club. But I feel like since they know they have nothing to fight for, same with Bayern. Since they know they have nothing to fight for in the Bundesliga, they just want to put all their eggs and maybe they're trying to make a push for the final this year.
It's possible.
Like I was really surprised in how and people are saying that Jadon Sancho cooked.
Yeah.
Jadon Sancho cooked. And it's like, why do players always get better after they leave Man U or Chelsea?
Okay, I mean, those are two failing clubs. Why are we putting
Exactly.
them as the
so,
hierarchy?
so I'm
of
just
the
saying.
example?
So they're the problem. Like let Cole Palmer and leave somewhere else, bro. He's probably contending for Ballon d'Or. Like maybe not. Wait, let me not gas him up too much. Let me not gas him up too much.
Ballon d'Or is crazy.
But like he's competing for at least Young Player of the Year.
For sure.
He's still competing for it with Chelsea. But what I'm trying to say, let's focus more on Dortmund. Like Jadon Sancho, if you go look at the highlight clips and everything.
Is that the one clip? Was it that 11 game we were watching, the one he dropped that guy? Was that or that was another game?
Who
The
dropped
one you were showing where he's like, I gotta replay over and over. When Jadon Sancho did like that hesitation.
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Was that Atletico?
Yeah, it was versus Atletico.
That was crazy.
He dropped mans. Like he like is really crazy. Like I did not expect it from Dortmund to be able to just
compete.
And that game in totality was interesting from A to Z. And it's so sad. Like somebody was saying whoever decided to put 2 UCL games on at a time needs to be beheaded.
No, they're right.
They need to stagger the time.
Because of how amazing the other game was, the
Yeah.
PSG Barca game, I wasn't even able to fully focus on that game.
Yeah, I think multicast really helps.
Yeah, but even multicast, you don't really get to see.
Yeah, you're not locked in.
Who's
Yeah.
changing the game?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
was more locked into the PSG Barca game, and
That's
when we
true.
get to talk about that, you'll see.
Yeah.
Like right now, I'm just talking in totality,
Yeah, loosely, because I
loosely.
don't remember I mean, I watched the Dortmund game. I can't lie. I watched the Dortmund game, Atletico. Like, I definitely remember just, like, the back and forth of the goals.
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like, it was like Atletico would score,
Yeah.
and then Dortmund
The
would
lead
score.
switched 4 times.
Yeah. And then I
Four
want to know,
times.
one part that I remember, like, from that game that just, like, was crazy. Morata, that chance that he missed. I'm talking about 1v1. He had, like,
It was in the
2 or
first
3
3
touches.
minutes, right?
Yeah, it was the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
He had, like, 2 or 3 touches. They're already up from the first, like, 2-1. We don't even know how that will change the momentum.
Fair.
I mean, I know strikers miss chances, but that's a chance you have to finish in that moment in the second leg of a Champions League quarterfinal. You have to finish
actually,
those.
they talked about like the what's it called?
It's the Chelsea
CBS, whatever they're hosting the
Golazo,
Champions League.
Golazo.
Yeah,
It's the
they were
case,
talking
yeah.
about it, like, you know, like the biggest thing about even both of those 2 games on that day is that there's just a lot of mistakes. You make those mistakes. You get nervous. You make Terry Henry was saying it. You get nervous. You make those mistakes. Any mistake you make, that's the game. That could be the game right there.
With Arsenal, look,
Same
not
thing.
the not pressing out, the penalty gave it at the, like we.
It's
did-
actually
yeah,
more,
We
and
lost-
you see it more with the Arsenal because
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
one mistake. That's the
3
goal.
mistakes.
That's
as
the
a matter-
game.
I feel like all our conceded goals were mistakes.
Yeah, but I'm saying like even like if we're just looking at this game yesterday,
Yeah.
it's just one single moment. Header,
Yeah,
it's in the back of the net.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's the end of it.
That's
So
true.
it's just like Morata should have scored that chance.
Yeah, because it went 3-1 aggregate at that
And
point.
it's like I remember when was it Atletico took the lead again before Dortmund took the last lead.
Yeah.
They were celebrating so hard and they were so happy, which you should be, you know. But man, you have like 20-something minutes left.
Yeah.
Finish the game before you celebrate like your on to the next round.
Yeah.
Like the game's never over until it's over. Like even
Very
Bayern,
true.
when they scored, they celebrated. They didn't over celebrate because they know that Arsenal can still have a chance and
Yeah.
win. So
I think it's just like being there before. Like they always talk about like it might be corny to say, but like those intangibles of like Champions League heritage or like football.
Atletico has.
No. Yeah, I'm
heritage.
saying people talk about it being corny, but like that kind of stuff matters. I'm saying more
So
so
then
to
why
the
did they
Arsenal
make
Bayern
it?
game. More so to the Arsenal Bayern game.
Oh, but we're talking about Atletico.
Yeah. I know because you just brought up the Arsenal Bayern game recently again. It's just like those kind of things matter.
But yeah, so I feel like that kudos to Dortmund for making it out.
Yeah.
Do I think you make it past the next round? Possible because
Honestly, yeah.
It's
it's
possible
very possible.
Possible.
It's very possible because PSG.
I don't know. PSG is just
Let's get
iffy.
talk about
every-
PSG. Let's go
So let's
to
go
the
to that game. Yeah.
to the PSG
Barca game.
Barca game.
I guess we can start with the red card or no?
Yeah,
That changed the game.
The red card?
That's how the game started, right?
Okay. So
No, wait. There was a goal before that. There was a goal before that.
Mm-hmm.
Who scored before that? It was actually Barca.
Oh yeah.
It was Barca. Lamine Yamal.
Oh yeah.
Nah,
Is
because
it world class?
I believe world class.
What is world class?
We didn't know. We can't have that conversation.
Okay, we
right
can't
now.
have that
We can't have that
conversation
conversation right now because we have debates off of the podcast about
Yeah.
what the
We're
definition
definitely gonna talk about
of
what world class
is.
means. Yeah,
But
for sure.
I think if he's not world class, he's almost world class. Like he's like 90% already there. He's 90% there.
Yeah, I mean,
At 16 years old. 16
is crazy.
It's very crazy.
Like
Your mates. He's not even your mates. He's younger than you.
way younger than us.
He's
What
like,
are you doing with your life? Instead of you to be playing ball in
He's my
Europe
s-
or something.
he's my sister's age. What the?
That's a
what
10th
the-
grader. in
What the
America.
hell?
Jude Bellingham is your age.
No, he's younger than me.
Yeah,
He's my
younger.
age.
But that's actually age mate. Lamine Yamal is like a kid.
He's like
What, five-ish,
He's little,
yeah.
bro.
He's a
His-
child.
His voice, bro. His balls hasn't even dropped yet, bro.
So we're embracing
Exactly.
like
it's crazy.
what? If you
He's
see how
performing.
if you see how he created that chance, man. Oh
But
my
it's not even just
God.
that game. It's just like what he's been doing for Barca all
Yeah,
season.
but we're talking about specifically that game.
Yeah.
The chance he created, like the maturity to understand that the defender has planted his feet to now just speed boost, and then go down the wing and give that pass. That pass was so beautiful. You know, in basketball, sometimes when you're running really fast and you just like a really good point guard will give you the ball and you don't even know how the ball got to your hands.
It just appears in your
It
hands.
just appears in your hands. Like Chris Paul does that sometimes, and then the guy just lays it up or dunks it.
Yeah.
That's how it felt with Lamine Yamal. Who scored the goal? Was it Rafinha?
Yeah.
Rafinha,
Tennessee.
he doesn't even know he scored. I remember, guys, go play the clip. Rafinha
Yeah, it was
doesn't
Rafinha.
he doesn't even know how the ball went in. He's just like, huh, like let me just put on his legs.
And his legs just did
He's
it.
shot.
Yeah.
Like, guys,
That's a goal. Loki, that goal should count for Lamine Yamal.
Sure, Loki, go look at the replay when they're celebrating. They didn't even show Rafinha.
No, for us, it's Lamine
It's all
Yamal.
about Lamine Yamal. And then, unfortunately, that stupid. Let me not backbite, but stuff a lot. But that man's what do you call it? What's this guy's name? Araujo.
Oh, was it a
He
red?
had to go. Of course, it's a red, bro.
Yeah.
At first, I was
Initially,
debating
you were
it.
saying it wasn't.
But according to the rules,
Yeah.
which we've learned from after debating it, after the game happened, if there's any contact on the last man that interferes his
Any
path,
little contact at all.
any little contact that causes man to fall down is an immediate red, especially if it's a clear goal scoring opportunity.
I forgot if it was Emery or Barcola, but he's smart for also selling it more.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Also, he dove like crazy, but
Yeah, that's smart though. If you know
Yeah.
that rule, if you're thinking of that rule and he touches you,
Red
I'll
card.
dive like
Yeah.
that too.
yeah,
It's
but
That's
Champions
where-
League.
And again, that's where it comes
and
to
then
mistakes.
Araujo, that's what I'm saying. Like obviously Arsenal's out, but I think Saliba's clear of Araujo. Like, and when I say clear, I mean
was there
clear.
competition or is there debates between Araujo and Saliba?
They think Araujo's top. Like they think he's one of the best center backs in the world.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how many goals they've conceded, but Arsenal has the stats.
Yeah, but
as well to prove
so
it.
like, is this like, and even the Van Dijks of the world, right? It's like these people, you don't see them in those situations giving red cards like that so easily in the beginning of the game because they read the game better. Araujo is just very athletic and he relies on his athleticism to get some of those like tackles. And this play, he got caught in a bad position at the top of the box. And he thinks his MMA is swinging. Like, what are you doing, bro? Put your hands down and just delay his movements.
Yeah.
So even if he scores, you already one goal. You're already 2 goals up at that moment.
Yeah.
Even if he scores, what's the worst that could happen?
Yeah.
But now you gave it away. And then also this morning, something I saw, Gundogan.
Yeah, him and Gundogan
Gundogan
called him out.
said that giving a red card that early, something affects the game. And then Araujo says,
I'm gonna keep
he's
my
like,
thoughts
he
to
said, I'm gonna keep my
myself.
thoughts
If I
to
really
myself.
speak,
Keep it to yourself,
Give
Jerry.
it to yourself.
Keep
You're
it to
out.
yourself. You're out.
You're
And you're
gone.
the reason why you're out.
That's going
What do you want to say? You want to vex for Gundogan? Gundogan is off of a triple-winning season.
Facts.
You should listen to your master. He's mad.
Hey, Master is crazy.
This is master. He has the experience.
I mean, he was a big part of a trouble-winning team.
Not like he scored winning goals.
Yeah, big part.
He scored winning goals. And Gundogan, I'm sorry, Epelesa, Mabinusa, sorry, sir.
What?
I know you've been
What is
going.
this Gundogan glaze? What's going on?
What you mean?
He's good, but I just
he doesn't
expected.
deserve this.
Oh,
He doesn't.
He wants to go to Barcelona. He wanted to leave City.
No, he didn't.
He didn't get pushed out of City.
Okay, they weren't offering him good contracts.
He's old.
He's old. Like that's the thing about City is they're constantly replacing.
Yeah, that's true. That's
He's
constantly
old.
replacing.
If you can't perform at the,
So
at the
even
height they
if
need you,
even if it
Yeah.
was mutual, do you really think that if Gundogan was getting the same, like getting good offer and was gonna get like have chance to win trophies for the foreseeable future, you think he was gonna choose Barca? A struggling financial debt Barca
over City.
over City?
maybe.
Let's be so for real. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Like I don't know what Araujo gave that red card, and that just completely changed the game. And then
Yeah, and then the next goal.
Mr. Mans,
Dembele.
Mr. Smiley Mans,
Usman
Dembele.
The generational hate play.
generation.
Man was hooping
bro.
off of pure hatred.
I think the only hatred game that passes this is Suarez.
Oh, with the hand.
Suarez versus Ghana and Suarez versus Ghana twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Suarez versus black players. Suarez versus black players.
No,
Because why was Dembele smiling like he was modeling for GQ? Why are you smiling like that?
Man of the match.
Bro, this guy's a menace. He doesn't even score. He hasn't scored in 2024.
By that time, he only scored it was one goal.
And it was
earlier.
last year. It was last year.
No. I thought it was the leg before that.
Yeah, I'm talking about until last.
Oh
until last
yeah.
year.
Correct.
He had not scored until since last year.
Yeah, since last year.
Like,
and then he scored in the last leg. All of a sudden, he just starts hooping.
He starts hooping, bro.
Because the way he was just actually playing like a real winger, actually dribbling, scored a banger
crazy.
goal.
Direct.
Then, for real.
2 bangers.
Scored a banger goal and then won a pen.
Won a pen. Like
Crazy.
that's like he changed the game.
They literally like changed. That's why I want man of the match. It was just
Yeah.
crazy because like I remember seeing a picture. There was some Barca fans. They had a Dembele like $100, because you know it's a big sign. I think it was 100 M's.
100 M's,
And then
yeah.
like they had a picture of Dembele on it. It's like a fake dollar. It's like currency. Like this is this fake $100 million signing. And he's just like
That's fake.
yeah. And then he just
And then
moved
also,
on them.
me and Hamid were discussing it earlier. It's like, oh, you know how he celebrated, especially the first leg.
Yeah.
And he was like, is it wrong? And then okay, what do you think? Do you think it's wrong?
You asked me. What did I say? Is it what do we discuss that when you asked me?
Is it wrong to celebrate against your old club?
It depends on what old club. Like for example, if this is the club that did everything for you, like they brought you up, they took you out of the mud, mud, like rags to riches type thing. Yeah. If it's like, oh, I played for y'all for like a year or two, something, it wasn't like crazy, then
I think with Dembele is a little bit of a mixture, but there might be a lot that we don't know because, like, my initial take was like, why is he celebrating so hard? I even said on the last podcast, why are you celebrating? But then because he went through injury, he was just there for 2 years. He costed the game versus Liverpool in 2018 or is it 2019 in Champions League? He couldn't score a goal to save his life. And then he was injured for the other 2 years. So it's like, oh, why are you celebrating against you're basically your hospital bill payer, right? And it's like, but then I was seeing some clips on TikTok this morning. It's like, oh, they didn't really include him as part of like the club. He didn't really feel welcome as part of the club. There was a lot of racism apparently from the fans.
I mean, that's common in those,
common
Spain and Italy.
yeah. But like he really felt it a lot in Spain. So maybe that's why he wasn't really that happy in Spain. And he's probably getting critiqued a lot for not being available, which is not really his fault at the time, So it's kind of like I guess it's okay for you to hoop out of your mind and smile and whatever. They're booing Mans off the pitch and Mans is just smiling like it was the photo shoot, like it was his wedding day, bro. Nah, Mans is not serious, bro.
No, that was crazy.
It was
and I think another one I want to talk about is like there's another. I know Mbappe scored 2 goals, But it was another game where Mbappe kind of really wasn't there majority of the game.
Until he got that penalty that
Dembele
won.
He did end up scoring another goal to seal it.
Yeah.
But still, it was like...
I felt like he got some... I felt like he just got a good chance to score.
Yeah.
I know, but I'm saying, like, in terms of how he impacts the game,
I know, I'm saying,
I
didn't feel like he did much. I just feel like he got delivered it on a platter.
But,
just scored this.
But I will say, to give him like a little bit benefit of the doubt, if Mbappe wasn't there, Dembele wouldn't be able to cook the way he's cooking because Mbappe attacks attention. But my thing is, which we already know that Mbappe attacks attention, he attracts defenders, and while attracting defenders, the other side of the pitch gets to cook a little bit more, right? But the problem is that the fans, the media, will make you believe that Mbappe is still cooking because of that. And they're gonna give a lot of criticism to Haaland when Haaland is doing the same thing.
He does the same thing for like he gets
He's
doing
the same thing.
He gets
like,
Foden space.
Rudiger had his pockets full the whole game. We're gonna get into that. He had his pockets full, but if he didn't have his pockets full with Haaland, then maybe like De Bruyne wouldn't have that much space to shoot.
Yeah. Or Foden.
Like you think Rudiger is gonna let if it's like another striker like Gabriel Jesus, right, who was the striker before Haaland came, right? If it's Gabriel Jesus, you think Rudiger is gonna be that worried about Gabriel Jesus scoring? No, he'll have more chance. Like that's just a sad reality as an Arsenal fan. But yeah, so I think what do you call it? Mbappe was ghosting, so I feel like he needs to show up a little bit more for his team, especially if they really want to push to the final and win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I think Mbappe has to be more of the deciding factor of the game. But it's good that Dembele can step up. But I don't know.
And Barcola is really big for that attack. He's really good.
And Vitinha, his passing.
Vitinha's
passing. Guys, I feel like such a casual saying this, but I didn't even know who Vitinha was until FIFA 23. I didn't even know who he was.
I didn't know who he was till that game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. And then what do you call it? As I started watching a little bit more Champions, because I don't watch League One, because who's watching the Uber Eats League, bro?
The Uber Eats League is crazy.
Like I'd rather watch Postmates League. Anyways, but
DoorDash League.
League.
That's crazy.
But anyways, as I started watching Champions League more, I didn't know Vitinha was such an important component of the midfield. Like Hakimi, sometimes he helps and presses up into that midfield space, like kind of like how Trent does for Liverpool. But Vitinha really bossed that midfield. I was creating the passing lanes and getting like the key passes to help the team cook, right? And it's just like I didn't know that they still had such good components. And people are saying like, oh, Messi. The two Champions League before Messi, runs before Messi, the PSG made semifinals and then finals. Messi came, they got knocked out of round of 16 twice. Now PSG's back after Messi left, they're back in semifinal. So sometimes this PSG team shows you that like having big names doesn't really equal a good squad.
Yeah, no, I think I said it a lot back then with PSG is that PSG just felt like they just brought all the stars, no cohesion, just a bunch of five-star players.
Yeah, like the Galacticos. I mean, they did win La Liga, but they didn't win a Champions League.
I also think like when you bring a player like Messi, you can even see it in the Argentina team. He's a unique player, right?
Yeah.
Like one of the best ever. Like Messi doesn't really have a position.
Yeah,
he's like roaming the field and like I'm doing Messi things.
Yeah.
I'm not like a 10. I'm not really like I'm an attacker, but like I'm not really a defender. Like he's just in that middle of like that 10-ish area, false 9-ish area, just roaming and kind of just doing Messi things, making individual moments magic to create. So it's hard to build a team around that necessarily because like other people might be like, what is my role when he's just doing his own thing? But he is Messi, so he is like obviously great, like gave himself that ability to do that. But I also think another just to this game specifically, it was 10v11 and it was very apparent in like when Araujo was off that like you just saw the chances that PSG just kept on getting, like the chances that they were missing, and it's like inevitably they're going to score a goal.
It's going to happen when you're down.
I'm just saying, just to put that.
But Barcelona they still scored after, right? No, they didn't.
No, I don't think they scored after they went down.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, it's huge though, and it's Araujo. It's like your best defender.
Yeah.
So it's not just anybody.
It was really like. I remember we were tweeting like, "Oh, it's only a matter of time before they score."
They just kept on having chances before halftime was over, and it was just like second half they're gonna score.
Yeah, honestly, that's kudos to PSG to still because sometimes you can go,
that's true.
like You can have the advantage
Chelsea
and not
and Burnley.
win. Yeah,
10 man drew with them, man.
It's
So
crazy. So
it can happen.
congrats to PSG to
So
make
that's the side of the bracket done. So who do we think goes through between Dortmund and
Let's finish the last game. Let's finish the last game.
There's two more.
Wow, we have
No,
Oh no, we talked about Arsenal.
Yeah, so
it's the
the biggest
Real
game
Madrid.
in Champions League in the last 5 years. 5 years.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Always
I feel
produced
like it could have
classics.
always classics. Man City and Real Madrid. It was a game.
I don't even know what we like.
It was
where do we
1-1,
start?
but
but it was
it was a crazy
game.
1-1.
it was a crazy 1-1. Like,
I don't even know where we start.
first of all, I feel so bad for De Bruyne because Mans came back from injury like less than 2-3 months ago, and he really did have to kind of carry that game.
I feel like he put in his all.
He did.
Yeah.
He put in his all.
There
for
was
that
a
game.
chance that he missed, which is
The
like
one he skied.
De Bruyne could score that.
He should score that.
He
That's the point.
should score that, but I don't want to blame him too much off that because he scored the one goal to even put them in that situation
That's true.
True.
already. So I don't want to be like too critical on him, but who scored the Real Madrid goal?
It was Rodrigo. But I think the best moment of that was the Jude Bellingham touch.
Oh.
The one where it was like crossed and he.
Nah, I
No.
don't think that was the best.
Dude,
I don't think that
it
was
had
the
to
best part
be.
of that.
No, to
That-
me that's
I
my
think-
best part of the
Yeah,
goal.
okay, that's
Because if you think about it, I forgot who crossed it in, but someone crossed it in from pretty far deep.
Bellingham
He took a
got it.
touch. He knew which space to put the touch in, and then I think it was past. I forgot who
It
was.
was.
It was to Mendy or someone else. I know Vinicius was the one that ended up passing it to Rodrigo at the
Yeah.
end, but someone passed it to Vinicius. Then Vinicius ended up, a good pass to Rodrigo. Rodrigo shot a deflection, and then he shot it back in and went in the goal. I just thought like that whole play, the way Jude Bellingham started, like if he takes a bad touch or doesn't know which space to go into it, could lose possession. I feel like he was the beginning of that attack from that cross.
Fair.
Yeah, that's.
I think that cross, whoever, don't remember who it was, I think that cross started the whole attack.
Yeah,
The
for
cross is
sure.
also really
I'm just
good.
saying
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham's decision making, like once he received it, and to bring it down well into the space to actually
think-
make something of it.
I think when you realize that all players are pros
Mm-hmm.
and almost any player on the pitch can do that, including the keepers,
Yeah, that's true, but
including the keepers.
I still think it
everyone-
deserves credit.
Yeah, it's credit. Yeah, we're definitely giving credit, but I don't think that's the best part of that goal. That, like you said, that's your opinion.
So what is it?
So I think it's the cross.
Oh.
That cross started the whole thing. That decision making to see. I can't
No,
remember.
yeah, no, because he looks up. He looks
Looks
up. He sees the guy.
From the back. From the back. Do you
That's
know how hard that is?
crazy.
To even the precision. Nah, fam. I applaud Jude Bellingham, but that's crazy, man. That's madness. And the whole team, Real Madrid, it just shows the quality, man. And it's just like something that we need from Arsenal. Like, I'm sorry, I hate to keep on bringing things back to Arsenal. It's like we need that overall team quality. Like I don't know, man. It was a beautiful goal, and then De Bruyne solo
De Bruyne
goal.
just-
Yeah. Where he
Should've
just
said
roofed,
one
roofed
V,
it.
bruh.
He roofed it near right in
post.
front of the keeper. Like the keeper had nowhere to go. He
It's
just shot it to the roof.
It's so easy to miss that.
You
too.
can sky that easily.
It's so easy to shoot at the keeper, shoot it wide, shoot it over the crossbar, and De Bruyne out of all that. chose
Someone
the
else
right
missed
things.
that chance too.
Who?
Was
I don't
it?
remember.
And was it in y'all's game? Was it in
No, I don't think
Bayern
I don't think
Arsenal game?
No, I
Because
don't
we
think I have
don't
a chance like that.
No, yes. It was Musiala.
Oh
Musiala,
yeah.
he came in on the right side.
Yeah,
set it
he
straight.
did.
Yeah,
He did.
yeah.
He did.
Musiala
Did he miss
still
it or
really
did
well.
he didn't even shoot? He didn't shoot.
Did-
Raya came. Like he took too long to make a decision.
I don't remember. But like,
yeah, but I know what you
it's
mean.
It's basically same position.
Same position. Yeah, I guess that's the level. Is Musiala world class to you guys?
I mean, everyone has their own opinion. I think he's definitely a player that could get like he's not far, but to me,
How old is he? Like
he's pretty
21,
young. He's like 20 or
22,
21. Yeah, he's 20 or 21. But I enjoy watching Musiala
You know,
play
okay,
football.
I have
He
a
was
question.
cooking.
I have a
Yeah, he was
question.
definitely
Do y'all
cooking.
think Foden is world class?
I think that's the problem because like we don't have
I
time.
don't- I
we
feel
have to define what world class is.
Yeah, that's one thing. But like, when I'm thinking world class, I'm thinking like all around Europe and everything. And I think Foden has done well in Champions League.
All right,
and
so if
stuff.
Foden's world class, Musiala is world class.
Yeah, but
Okay.
like I don't know. Whenever I think Foden, I always feel like I'm thinking more of Premier League in terms of like him doing amazing things. Like I don't like. I
I mean,
think he's still
this
good
is first
in
season really
Champions
being
League.
like getting like I feel
He's
like
still
being a
good
bigger,
in Champions
bigger
League, but I just feel like he does more
Nah,
in the
consistently.
Prem.
I think he was consistently a big part of last year.
No, he's
but he just
he's been
didn't.
playing
He
a lot.
just wasn't scoring the goals. But
I just
that
feel
was
like
his job.
I just feel like he
Yeah.
does more in the Prem.
And I think
Yeah,
is his first season playing the 10 consistently as well.
He's not playing the 10 every game.
Isn't in most games he's not playing the 10? He's playing the
playing-
midfield with Rodri and De Bruyne.
Yeah, but sometimes he's playing wing. I don't
Because
think.
like for example, this game
Yeah,
it wasn't this game. This game it was Bernardo Silva and Grealish.
Yeah,
he started
but,
on the wing.
Yeah,
but in the Premier League when he scored the hat trick, it was on the wing.
Yeah, he was the winger.
So
So maybe he's going back and
that's
forth.
what I'm saying. Like,
I don't think-
it
yeah.
just kind of feels different from Prem to
But yeah,
Champions
back
League.
to what we're saying, the extra time. It just felt like there was a lot of back and forth and like a lot of good chances squandered.
I really felt. I mean, it's normal as we expect a City Real Madrid games. Like Man City has possession, and it's like Real
Yeah.
Madrid defending for their lives, but they did it very, very well.
Yeah.
I think Lunin definitely stepped up in
Oh,
the
yeah.
game,
Yeah, true.
and the eventual penalty shootout.
Yeah.
I mean, because no one really heard. I mean, I didn't. Most people didn't hear of Lunin. Courtois was hurt, obviously, so they need to find a replacement. And he like big time. I think a big part. If we're to fast forward, like I guess to like the Pens, it was like. It was just crazy to see, like.
But do you know first of all with the Silva penalty where he went down the middle?
Oh yeah.
Do you know why Lunin was able to save that?
No, I don't think you're talking about the same thing. I'm talking about. You talking about the Rudiger thing?
No.
Oh, okay. No, what are you talking about?
Do you know why Lunin was able to save that?
Why?
Do you know who Real Madrid had on their bench? A keeper on their bench. They had Kepa. Kepa for Chelsea.
Kepa is the
Yeah.
this penalty
He
goal.
lost. Is it FA Cup penalty shootout versus Man City?
Oh.
And Bernardo Silva went down the middle because most keepers choose a side.
Of course,
Yeah,
they don't want to
true.
look dumb. They
And
always
then
feel like they have to pick
and
something.
Kepa, there's footage of it. You can check. I'll show you guys after, and we can edit it in. Kepa was whispering to Maz that he's gonna go down the middle.
Oh, that's
And
crazy.
he went down the because I remember
Crazy.
we were watching it and we're like,
Yeah,
that was
and
one of
I
the
said-
worst
worst
penalties.
ever.
No,
Like, what
it's
is
one of
that?
the worst penalties, but like I don't remember if I said it, but like a lot of times if you just as a keeper, I'm a keeper
Yeah.
too, right? You're gonna start moving
Before.
like when they're getting to the ball, you're gonna start because if you start moving after they hit the ball, you're never making it there.
Facts.
You're just never making it there.
Facts.
So in your mind, you have to mentally prepare yourself. Oh, I'm going right, I'm going left,
Yeah.
and you already have to start
Professional
going there.
keeper here.
You have to start
Professional
going because
keeper.
otherwise you're never gonna save
Exactly.
the ball. So when he was and like when I watched the replay, it's like he just kind of stood there like
Yeah.
he made his decision after the ball,
yeah.
while he's kicking the ball, and it's like it's not typical to do that.
Yeah.
So like when I first saw it, when I first saw it, I was like,
He really
I mean that's
just
pretty
stood there.
interesting. I was
Yeah.
like, I mean he kind of took. I felt like maybe he just took a gamble, and maybe it's like maybe he's not used to maybe he's not as used to penalty shots.
Okay.
That's what I thought. But like if Kepa
yeah.
told him, hey,
Yeah.
kudos.
So it looks like Lunin, he had the information, and then
Yeah, the next one I want to talk about is the Rudiger one. That clip is going everywhere where it's like,
Allahu Akbar?
no, Kovacic.
Kovacic.
So there's like Lunin was right there, literally in the line, Rudiger, because they played together at Chelsea. And what's it called? So remember,
yeah,
he
he
literally
did
like
this.
this. He was like
He
this.
did like
He's
this.
going.
As
He's going
Lunin
left.
acknowledged
he's going
it.
left.
Yeah,
And
I
Lunin
just
was like,
saw
all
it this
right.
morning.
Lunin acknowledged it, and then
but you
it
know,
was crazy.
that's
And then
the funny
Modric,
thing.
after Lunin saves it, Modric looks at Rudiger. Was like, let's go.
Oh,
Because he
wow.
really guessed it. He's like, I
That's
can't
the
believe
really-
he guessed it.
That
Lunin
is
was
the
like, yeah.
crazy thing about penalty shootouts. And if you play soccer like normally, you're never gonna see this side of penalty shootouts because there's not this whole game of information.
Yeah.
When you get to the big stage,
And they all they played on.
you have you have all the stories of
Yeah.
the water
Yeah, you
bottle.
can
This
watch
guy
it.
went red,
Yeah.
left, right. They have it's an information game as well.
Yeah. They
You know,
study before they go
people
to the
have,
guys.
They have all the stats of
Yeah.
this guy most of the time goes right.
And
This
it's
guy
funny
goes
because there was an
left.
interview that I saw another clip where it's like they were asking Rudiger, who's your best friend in football? And he said Kovacic.
Wow.
Mateo, so they know each other.
know each
so he's like, I
other.
know he's going left.
And that's one thing what Jafar said, because I've been in a lot of penalty shootouts, and the ones that are easier to do better in are the ones where the player is so good that they played some level of pro. I'll tell you something. My dad is a keeper. He keeps for the club that me and Jafar played for, the U18 team. He was keeping he was keeping while being older, and he was doing good. And then they went to the finals, and then they had a penalty shootout. The unfortunate thing for the other team was that one of their players played for the Houston, not Dynamo, but he played for a professional club in Houston. And his penalties were online. You know what my dad did the night before? Searched him up, saw where he was for his penalty. My dad saved his penalties. What is information? It's easier to save.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about professional football. I wish we had that for our level of football.
That's the only thing is that
Not
for
info
me as a
out.
keeper, for example.
Yeah.
So that honestly it makes saves from people like just general keepers like us more just
Yeah.
insane
Yeah.
because
No
you have to
information.
choose a side, and if you get there, you get there, right?
Yeah.
But for them, I mean, it's still amazing to
Yeah.
save those penalties,
Uh-huh.
but like it's also a game of information. And as a player, when you get to that chance to taking that ball, you have to decide what are you gonna do here.
Yeah.
Do you go with what you're normally used to?
Uh-huh.
Do you take a gamble and do something else?
Yeah.
But like to be honest, in my opinion, obviously I'm not professional, but in my opinion of the Bernardo Silva thing, I don't think you should ever go down the middle in a penalty shootout, especially in a penalty shootout of that caliber.
I think if you've gone down the middle already in a big shootout, you can't do it again. The middle is supposed to be like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah, it's just
Whereas it's like you know that the keeper, you've never gone down the middle, so the keeper doesn't expect you to go down the middle. Especially if that was your last penalty shootout, you can't do the same thing twice. You have to switch it up. Like anyone who's gonna play me, if I don't think I should put this out there because actually this is gonna be out there because we're gonna do a lot of challenges anyways. But if I ever get invited to the soccer aid or whatever, I go to the right almost every time for my penalty shootouts. But showdown, our last penalty shootout before we went back to Pemberthy, I went to the left because, not because they knew that I was going right, but because the keeper was a little bit slanted to the right, and I was like, okay, I always knew that one day I'm gonna have to go left, which is very uncomfortable for me. But you have to do it. You have to be able to do it, and yeah. So
I
you have
think
to be able
another
to
thing
switch
to
it up.
add to penalties that I noticed, especially for example with the Ederson penalty, placement.
Oh yeah.
So even if the keeper knows, if you're just a really good
obviously.
pen taker and you just put it, because Lunin gets the right way, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Ederson put too much power and it went.
There's
I
some
loved-
great, if you think of for me, I'm a Liverpool, so I'm thinking like Van Dijk's penalty against Chelsea. And
Where-
he took
where the
against
keeper was
Kepa.
already
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
The keeper's there. It doesn't matter. Because he just put it with so much power,
so
so
much
much height,
Bro,
that it just doesn't
that clip
matter.
always goes
The
viral.
way Van Dijk stared at
Yeah.
are you mad? Am I your mate? Am I your mate? You want to stay there like that? you don't disrespect Van Dijk
So
like that.
the only other thing you can do as a penalty taker is you have to have your penalty just so
Yeah,
well
so
that
down pat.
that doesn't matter if they know you're going right.
right. It's
They
almost
just
kinda
can't
like
save
Mbappe,
it. Like
where he went the
there's
same
sometimes
way
people
every
hit
single
penalties
time.
where it's like at the top corner. No keeper is saving that. You're
Yeah.
just not gonna save that.
Yeah.
And if you can do that consistently, it's just gonna go
Yeah,
in.
because at that level they can replicate that
Yeah.
with practice.
Not
a
even.
lot of times.
Not even. I feel like not 10 times out of 10 they're gonna hit the same things because that's why they miss sometimes.
Yeah.
The pressure is another thing.
Yeah,
but like,
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably.
you just have to be good at your craft. Like if
But
you
yeah.
can score it, you can score it.
So now I guess we go into our predictions. Let's recap our predictions from last and see what we got right, what we got wrong, and our new predictions for the rest of the Champions League too.
I guess I can go
to wrap up
first.
the episode.
Mine's pretty bad. I only got Real Madrid right. I just basically went on that one based on Champions League heritage, football heritage. I didn't really like because that game was like a coin flip. It went to pens, so literally it was like a coin flip.
Yeah.
So that's the only one I got right. I think I picked Dortmund. Once again, wasn't familiar with their game. I picked Atletico. Dortmund ended up going through. I picked Barca. I still personally think even just the way the beginning was going, Barca could have went through if they didn't go down one man. But what happened, and they lost. PSG went through. And then the Arsenal game, I knew Bayern was they had that Champions League DNA. Arsenal hadn't been in it. They're a younger club. But for some reason, just because the kind of quality of football Arsenal are playing in just all season, I just thought they can get past Barca. It's still, they can get past Bayern because it was they're going in tied on aggregate. And I still thought they could get through. But Arsenal lost again. They lost too. So it's just basically I only got that one right. But I guess if I do my predictions for this round right now, we have PSG, Dortmund, and then we have Real Madrid versus Bayern. I think I'll go Real Madrid again. I think I definitely think maybe it might be tougher than we think. Bayern are definitely game club, but I think Real Madrid their biggest test in their brain is if we can get past City. But I think honestly I still think Real Madrid will go through. Even though Bayern is also a big club, they're a big name club. They've won Champions League before, but I just think Real Madrid just has too much.
Yeah.
They just have too much for them overall. I think to consistently. Xiaomeni wasn't even in the game because of the cards. I think he'll be back.
Because of what?
The card, he had 2 yellows, I think.
Oh, okay.
So they'll get him back. I think Real Madrid will go through. And then the other side, that one is more of a coin flip. I want to say PSG, just because of I like their attack more. And I think, just having a player like Mbappe who can, show up in those big moments. But I'm not going to count Dortmund out this time. They showed me that they're serious, and you still got to go play in Germany. So I'll probably I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like washed, like Dortmund didn't have a chance, like I said against Atletico, but I still think PSG go through, and I think it's gonna be PSG Real Madrid final, and we're gonna see they're gonna fight for the custody of Mbappe.
Well, you know, it'd be crazy if Mbappe does beat like his new
team,
club while going. That'd be crazy.
Yeah,
honestly.
facts.
But you have to choose.
Oh, between the two to win it all. And a 1-game one-off, not even it's no 2 legs. I guess I'm just gonna choose Real Madrid. Maybe I'll just give the Real Madrid hype, but it's just like they just do this. Like they just win the Champions League. They just do these kind of things.
Against Dortmund or PSG?
PSG is a Real Madrid final, and I'm saying that Real Madrid
I don't
win.
see how PSG win that.
No, it's a 1 game. I think it's a 1 game.
You're still gonna have your.
You can explain. So but I'll say Real Madrid win it all.
But before Jafar talks about his predictions and everything, I just want to talk about how cold Lucas Vazquez was.
Oh yeah,
that's apparently in the 2016 final. He was spinning the ball on his fingers, walking to the penalty spot. He was spinning it on his ball, and then this one he was juggling. He was juggling like
That's what
like
you
a
need.
circus.
The confidence is what if you have that confidence,
you
you're gonna score.
One of my favorite penalties that I ever scored was my freshman year of college. It was showdown. Someone from UTD was talking trash to me on the bench as I was going up to my penalty. And as I was running into my penalty, the guy said something like, "You're about to miss." And I'm looking at him while running into the, kicking to the ball. And I just smile at him and I just score like that. That just feels so good. Like when you get to shut the haters up. Like that's such a beautiful thing. But anyways,
at that level, I guess all of them can score penalties. It's like the confidence is the separator.
The confidence,
it's like
the mentality and
do you believe that you can do it?
And that's the biggest thing just about professional sports in general.
Yeah, that's true.
Your mentality changes everything.
Because you're good enough to be there, you're all good.
Facts.
It's like,
So what's your
So in terms of predictions, I only got one prediction right, and it's a prediction I wanted to get right. I told y'all Bayern is going through against Arsenal, and I was right.
I have a question. Why do some teams have no shame? Liverpool, Tottenham, Chelsea, Man U. Do you not have any
shame? We have shame at Liverpool.
No, you don't. You're losing 3. No, let's check the score right now.
Let's see.
No, because now you don't piss me off right now.
Don't piss me off. It's crazy.
Look, I'm not we're talking about Bayern here. We're not talking about freaking.
Okay, they scored 1 penalty. They scored 1. You're still down 3-1, and you're talking trash to me.
Yeah, we're coming back.
You're still talking trash to me.
I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying that I predicted right.
Man U fans don't even breathe the air that I fart. Because look,
that's crazy.
You guys were last in your group. We made it to quarterfinals, and you want to talk trash to us? Like, you don't even get to see your... Like, you guys wait till the weekend to play. Shut up. Same with you. You're going to... After the next 40-something minutes, you're going to be waiting till weekends to be playing again, just like us. No team in England should talk. Even Man City. We're all on the same boat. So don't be talking trash to me.
I'm not talking trash. I'm just saying I
predicted
predicted
Man
it
City is also
correctly.
still in FA Cup. I'm just saying.
Okay,
it's a different boat.
I mean, I predicted it right.
I'm just saying.
I honestly thought Man City would make it through, but I mean, yeah, it was a coin flip on the penalties. The other side, I mean, whatever. I just
you have to make predictions though.
Yeah, I got the wrong. But let's see. For the other side, honestly, I want to give it to Dortmund. I want to say Dortmund make it through PSG, just because I'd like to see a Dortmund final. That would be nice.
You know they haven't been to the final since Klopp took them in 2013-14.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I just
lost
love
to
to see
Bayern.
them. I'd love to see them. You know, it's funny. I want to say Bayern. I want to say Bayern go to the final. I want to.
Oh, a German final.
But I mean, I don't. My prediction is Bayern go to the final, but I don't believe Bayern can go to the final.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't believe they can go to the final. I just don't see them beating Real Madrid, but I want them to.
So then, when you get the German final, who wins?
Bayern.
Bayern?
I think Bayern.
Why?
Oh,
It's a 1 now.
Wait, you're right.
Why would it be?
Dortmund actually beat them.
Allianz.
Dortmund actually
that's
beat
true.
them
This season in Bundesliga. Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, that would be an amazing final to watch.
So
Bayern versus Dortmund.
Who are you giving it to?
I still want to say Bayern just because they're like my.
So Harry Kane wins a trophy?
Team. Harry Kane?
Hell no.
That's such a I'm about to say Dortmund, bro.
Just off that.
I don't think Harry.
You don't think Harry Kane's winning a trophy?
Yeah.
I think he might get to the final and then just sound off, bro. Yeah.
I mean, he's already been to a Champions League final.
Yeah, that's true. Tottenham.
Yeah,
and they lost.
We took that. We took that trophy from them.
So yeah, let's let me say mine. Predictions. I was 2-2, 2 right, 2 wrong. The one that hurts most that I got wrong is Arsenal.
It's coming home.
What are they doing, bro? Why am I on the pod with
UCL coming home.
Guys, if this
UCL loading.
Like, you guys are lucky this is not an explicit podcast because the way I would just curse y'all out right now. But yeah, unfortunately I was wrong. Bayern won. I said Arsenal was gonna win, and then for Real Madrid City, I always knew Real Madrid was gonna win, even though it wasn't clear cut. I just knew Real Madrid was gonna win. PSG Barca, I want y'all to play the clip when these mans were doubting. No, Jafar didn't. Abdulhamid was down like, oh, they're already down, yada yada yada. PSG
No, I wasn't
won.
doubting too hard though.
You were like saying that.
I thought because initially I started with PSG because I just thought Mbappe was getting to final.
No, we're talking about not before.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Fair.
after the game.
Yeah.
You clearly said.
I thought Barca was going through, but I didn't think it was gonna be
Fair.
domination. I just thought Barca was gonna go through.
Anyways,
I wasn't doubting crazy.
so I was right on that one, and then Dortmund proved me wrong. Atletico, you are shame. Diego Simeone, your terrorist football cannot work forever. Look at you, foolish boy. Anyways, so now it's Atletico and now it's Dortmund and PSG. Honestly, like I said in the beginning, I said PSG is making it to the final. I really do want to believe that Dortmund can push through and will do something crazy. But let's be realistic, man. Mr. Mbappe, Mr. Vitinha,
Dembele,
Hakimi, Dembele.
Dembele,
But actually, wait,
Dembele.
I'm not going to put my hopes in Dembele because I think it's just pure hatred that helped him.
It might help a little bit. He used to be Dortmund, no?
Doesn't matter. He doesn't hate
Yeah, I don't
Dortmund.
think he hates Dortmund. I'm just
So
saying.
I'm not going to count on Dembele. I'm just going to count on Mr. Mbappe. Like, just Mr. him. Let me take out my mouth. But I think Mbappe does something with that, and he gets to the final. And then the other side of the bracket, we have Bayern, Real Madrid. If you even looked at the Bayern-Arsenal game, you know Bayern doesn't deserve to be where they are. If they played just a little bit more experience, they don't deserve. If they played a little bit more experience of an Arsenal team, or if they played any other team of like any other of these teams that are in the semifinals, I think they would have lost. Point blank period. Like I think even Dortmund was beating them. So I think Real Madrid comfortably beats them. Not even close. Comfortably. So then we have a Real Madrid PSG final, which is crazy. And the two giants of the two big countries in Europe, like Spain and France, right? So I think that man, a PSG win would be crazy, but it would also hurt me if PSG won a Champions League before Arsenal. Like that would just hurt a lot. Like I don't even like PSG. Like I don't even like Mbappe like that. So it would really hurt. But Real Madrid is my second club, so obviously I guess I kind of have to go for them.
Is it his second or first club?
It's his first club after yesterday.
Let me tell you something. Oh, I was supposed to say this in the beginning. Let me tell you guys something. So as I was depressed this morning, before I saw our viral TikTok, and I was considering, do I even want to wake up and come to this trash world after losing my own personal game and then losing Champions League? My mom calls me, right, with my dad in the car. And then my dad's in the background. I'm like, Daddy, how are you feeling? Because my first time talking, he's also an Arsenal fan. It's my first time talking to him since we lost the Champions League to Bayern, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, how are you feeling? He's like, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? And my mom's confused, like, how are you? Well, why are we both asking each other, how are you feeling? Mm-hmm. He said, my dad's like, oh, because it's team loss. I said, whose team? Your team, because we always do that. Me and my dad's like, no, it's your team. Whenever we lose, it's your team. And then my mom's like, every year, you guys have been saying because my mom knows.
Even she knows. Joke
because some of my dad's closest friends that he banters with in soccer are Chelsea. And he knows Chelsea fans are always making fun of us. So my mom has the audacity to ask, why don't you support Chelsea? I said, what? I said, mommy, why yourself? What? Don't ever, me and my dad, at the same time, we're like, God forbid. Chelsea.
I want those balls.
God forbid.
She was like, you guys just lose. You guys suck. No Champions League. Where your Champions League? Just roasting you guys.
And then my
mom support a real club.
And then I was like, have you guys, when was the last time? I said, you guys have not even won 30 plus. I said, no, Mom, we won in 2004. My mom just starts dying. She said, you were 2 years old in 2004. That's why you're celebrating to this day.
Yo, she was roasting Arsenal.
But yeah, like.
She was speaking facts.
No, it's just like, we want FA Cups, but like, she doesn't even know. I couldn't even start explaining to my mom what's FA Cups.
No, but we have FAs. And,
like,
you know, we won sometimes before. But we can't win Champions League, though.
But yeah,
no, but
like,
you don't understand.
Like it just really hurt. Like it really hurt to hear my mom tell me to just support other clubs because
support Chelsea.
She doesn't know what we've been through.
No, that would be crazy if Victor hears that story.
I'm not telling.
I might have to tell Victor that story. The only way
he's hearing the stories if he listens to a podcast. Do not tell him.
Nah, I got it.
Let him listen to a podcast.
Okay, fair.
Let him listen to a podcast.
Both.
So then she was like, why don't you support Real Madrid? Like, and I was like, and me and my dad Real Madrid is both of our second clubs, but it just doesn't feel the same. Like Real Madrid has won so many Champions Leagues in my life, but it doesn't feel the same. I can't celebrate it because I wasn't supporting Real Madrid when they were down because they were never down. So like
and they're never gonna. The rich is getting richer.
If Arsenal had won this Champions League, like, bro, I think I would lose my mind. Like, you know, nobody would be able to talk to me forever. Like you guys would think like, why is this guy switching up like this? You think like I just won the lottery or something. But with Real Madrid, it's just like, okay, like, hey, my team won. Like, let's go.
They won.
Let's go. But so yeah, Real Madrid to win everything. I think they can pull through. I think they can do big things. I think it will be an interesting road to the victory. And I think this has been one of the most interesting Champions Leagues in a while.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
And yeah, so I choose Real Madrid to win everything, and it's gonna be interesting. I think all my predictions from now on are gonna be right though. Like for sure.
Yeah, I mean you can't.
Honestly, no.
I think a 1 or 2.
I think I'm getting the Real Madrid one right, but I promise you, I don't know if PSG like just because I don't know. Like, yeah, PSG probably getting past Dortmund, but what if Dortmund has something cooking?
The reason why I don't believe too much in Dortmund is because they conceded a lot of goals.
True.
They conceded a lot.
That is true.
Real Madrid conceded. I mean,
PSG
also conceded a lot.
They conceded 4-2 over 2 in both games. So it's just like, I don't know, like Dortmund had the lead and conceded. PSG did not concede when they had the lead. Like they were always down and then they were winning. That was it. Like they started off bad and then they had their opportunity and they took it. I don't know. I just think PSG has the advantage, but that's just my thing.
Most people don't know.
Is it 2 weeks till UCL?
Yeah, I think it's 2 weeks because
the semis.
It's crazy.
That's gonna be a hard 2 weeks, bro. It's just
actually, not for the fans because they have stuff to look forward to. We're gonna film our first in-person challenge. Like,
next week.
It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited. Just look out. We have big things coming, bro. Big things. Facts. Like, y'all are about to see our techers. What should they expect from you guys?
I don't have techers.
Hey.
He's better than Ronaldinho. Jafar's better than Ronaldinho in skillers.
What's happening?
Hey, at least when it comes to goalkeeping, fam.
Facts.
Y'all know you'll see a little bit.
You know JJ Okocha was so good that they had to name him twice? Jaf was so good they had to name him twice. And the skillers, right? And then Abdulhamid.
I have no technique.
He's a baller.
I'm not a baller.
Phil Foden.
Not a baller.
Phil Foden.
Not Brazilian.
Patao.
No.
Para Dunu Bailao.
What do you mean? I don't have bailao.
Pascal Socias.
This guy's speaking that speed Portuguese. The speed Portuguese. The Portuguese speed dialect. That's the speed dialect of Portuguese.
But yeah.
It'll be funny though. It'll at least be entertaining.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning into this week's episode, Champions League episode.
Champions League review.
Oh, wait. Before we go, let's just check.
It's still 1-0.
When did you check? Okay. 1-0. Unfortunately, we weren't able to talk about Europa League this week, but we will probably talk about it maybe on the weekend. It doesn't matter because it's an irrelevant competition. Only the small clubs.
Liverpool, I pray for you people to just.
Only the small clubs play there and pray for their teams to do good there. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Make sure
Calling Liverpool a small club is wild. We have UCLs.
Okay.
How many UCLs do you have?
Anyways, Mr.
They're a small club.
Anyways, make sure to like, comment your favorite part, and share on all social media platforms.
Back to on Twitter, guys.
Twitter.
Go follow our Twitter.
Follow
Footybros.
Twitter. Follow Twitter.
Follow Twitter.
Instagram,
Spotify,
TikTok.
Yeah.
Everything.
Everything.
We have Snapchat. We have everything.
We're about to be the biggest soccer podcast, not only in America, but in the world. And we're going to be the biggest soccer entertainment group. So, yeah, just check us out on all platforms. Threads. Threads is crazy. Threads fell off. But, yeah, Footy Bros to the world.